Hi and welcome to Skein Studio. My name is Kristen. I'm also known as K10 on Ravelry, that's K10, and Skein Yarn or Skein Yarns pretty much everywhere else. Today is Thursday, 19th of November, and it's very hot. We're in the middle of a heat wave here. I'm not even sure what temperature it is today, but it's the hottest day that we've had this season. It's boiling hot outside. And it's only going to get hotter. I've just been for a swim, so cooled off. I've got wet hair still. And I've got all the blinds closed. It's still pretty bright in here, so I think it's going to be okay, but I'm just trying to keep the heat out. So yes, hope you're all well. I'm sure in the northern hemisphere you're all freezing. And here we're sweating, so yeah, anyway. What was I going to say? Yeah, so the last time we spoke was about 3 weeks ago, I think, so that was just before my birthday. So I did actually end up going camping. Paul and I went to Port Macquarie to a place called Finn's Beach, and it was really, really nice. Had such a nice time. I got to visit, on my birthday, I got to visit Pearlwise, which is a yarn store. It's sort of between Port Macquarie and Foster. It's in a place called Kendall, which is, I found it really hard. Well, we actually got lost trying to find it, but yeah, I mean, it's a simple turn off on the freeway, but yeah, we just missed signs, and yeah, it was a bit of a, it was interesting, but anyway, we found it. It's a tiny little town, and it has this fantastic yarn store called Pearlwise. I'm pretty sure the guy who owns it, his name's, I'm pretty sure it's Mark. Could be wrong, but he was there. He was very, very nice. He's got the best selection of yarns that I've seen in a yarn store. Not that there's many around here to sort of compare, but he really has really nice yarns. Lots of hand dyed. He has Sweet Georgia. He's got Malabrigo. Oh, he had heaps of stuff. So yeah, I had fun. I went shopping and bought a couple of skeins for a couple of projects, which I'll show you later. So yeah, I had a really nice time away. Thank you if you emailed me or private messaged me on Ravelry to say happy birthday. It was very, very nice. Thank you. Now, before I get into things, I just wanted to mention the knit vent that's been run by Curious Handmade, who is Helen Stewart. She has every year this time of year a collection of patterns that she releases every week, and it's a knit vent, so it's kind of like those calendars that you open up for Christmas time, the countdown. So every Thursday every week she sends a pattern, which is an accessory pattern. In all, there's 6 accessory patterns, and there are 2 shawls. I think we're up to number 3 now. There's been a shawl and a cowl, and then there's one this week. Anyway, she has given you guys 15% off if you would like to join the knit vent. I'm doing it this year. It's a lot of fun. I really like getting the patterns. You get the patterns delivered automatically to your Ravelry account, so you don't have to do anything. It comes in, and then you get a little alert on either Ravelry or your email to say that you've got a new pattern. She's also doing a knit along as well, so you can join in that as well. That's on her group. But anyway, she's giving you guys 15% off, and you can use the code SKEIN KNITVENT 15. I'll put it in the show notes, so it's all in capital letters, SKEIN KNITVENT 15, and you can get 15% off the collection, which is fantastic. She's also offered you guys she's offered me to give to you guys one collection to one lucky viewer. So I'm going to have a giveaway on my group. I'll put a thread up. So I'll put a link to the thread so you can find it. So all I want to know, if you want to participate, is go and have a look at Helen's patterns and tell me which pattern of hers is your favourite. And I will pick a winner end of November. So yeah, the last day of November I'll close that thread down. So I think that's in about a week or two. Just check. What are we now? So it's the 19th today. So you got a week and a half. So I'll close it on Monday the 30th of November. So yes, if you would like to participate and be in for a prize, then head on over to the group page. I'll put a link in the show notes. Tell us which one of Helen's patterns you absolutely love, and yeah, you might be chosen. So thank you very much, Helen. It's wonderful. Now, I'm a little bit I'm sort of all over the place. Okay, knit along, all the knit alongs are finished. I actually just closed all the threads this week, beginning of the week. We had a skein, single skein knit along, and there was also a podcast cardigan knit along, and they've all been finished and the winners have all been notified, and I'm pretty sure everyone's gotten back to me. So that was a lot of fun. Thank you very much if you joined in. It was, yeah, it's always a lot of fun. The next knit along that we're going to have is the Japanese knit along, so getting a Japanese pattern and knitting together. Of course, Japanese use charts instead of written instructions, so it's a little bit of a challenge, but I think it's going to be fun. So what I'm going to do is, I haven't sort of worked out any dates yet, because I know this time of year a lot of people are very busy with Christmas coming up. So what I thought I'd do is I'd just kind of leave it open, and I'll start a thread in the group on Ravelry, and we'll just sort of have like an open knit along. So I'll probably have it running through to, say, January, so we'll have lots of time just to pick a pattern, get yarn, whatever, and knit. But what I'd like to do first is, yeah, just sort of gauge how many people are interested, and also put some links up there, so if you need help to knit the patterns, you can have a look at the links that we post. Myself, and if you guys have any helpful links, please come over and post them. Because yeah, it's a little bit difficult. They do use symbols. Japanese use symbols in their knitting charts, and you need to know what the symbols are to know whether you're knitting or purling or decreasing or all that sort of stuff. So yeah, I'll start that thread today. I'll open it up in the group, and yeah, come on over if you're interested. And yeah, like I said, there's not really any set date at the moment, because yes, it is a busy time of year, so I'll just sort of let it run through to the new year, I guess. And there will be prizes. Again, I haven't really sort of thought much about what I was going to offer as a prize, but there will be prizes. So yes, it's sort of open and chilled out, because yeah, this time of year, everyone, I know what it's like. It's sort of rushing around trying to get things ready for Christmas, and you know, work is wrapping up and it's kind of a bit hectic, so we want something really nice and relaxing. Alright, that's that. Finished objects. I didn't bring them over. Bugger. Hang on just one sec, I'll go grab them. Grabbed everything else except for these. So I finished my Skype socks, simple Skype socks. This was for the single skein knit along, and these will be going to my dad. He actually asked for a pair of socks, so that's what he got. Nice simple pattern. It's free pattern. Adrian Wu is the designer. Adrian Koo, sorry, is the designer, and yeah, obviously I'll put a link to her and her pattern in the show notes. Really enjoyed it. Like I said, just very, very simple and quick. I used a skein BFL sock, and the colourway is Weekend Escape. So, yay! works in progress, I have some vanilla socks, and this is using the sock yarn that I bought at Pearlwise on my birthday. It is a crazy Zalba ball, which I've never seen in real life. We don't have a lot of yarn stores here in Australia. We do, but they're sort of spread out everywhere, so there's none in Coffs Harbour, which is a shame, but I'm glad that Pearlwise is there, because when I go down to visit my parents now, I can call in on the way. Yay! So this is a crazy Zalba ball, and I don't think I have the colour. No, I threw the tag out. Oh, I can't remember what it was now. Sorry for that beeping. I think it's someone's texting me on Facebook. Anyway, I'm just knitting a very simple pair of socks. As you can see, everyone pretty much knows what a crazy Zalba ball looks like. It's colour progressions. It's really cool. It's like it's a mild yarn, so it's 2 plies. It's a 2-ply, and it is 2 different colours of yarn that's spun at the same time, so you get a mild look. And that's my favourite there, where there's a grey ply and a lovely red ply, and when it knits up it sort of looks like that. I really like it. These socks, I was going to keep them for myself, but I am thinking I might give them away as a present. I'm not sure yet, so I'm not going to say too much, just in case. But what's happened here? My needle's stuck. That's better. But yeah, it's fantastic. I really like the colour. It's got orange and purple and blue and grey and all sorts of things in there. So yeah, it's a bit of fun. And the other work in progress is a new design that I'm working on. It's got cables. It's just the very beginning. I did a swatch, and I have done all the calculations for all the sizes, and then I am casting on and I'm test knitting it as I go. Of course the pattern will be tech edited, but usually what I do when I design things is I just sort of cast on, and then I have a notepad next to me and I write what I do in the notepad. But this time I thought it'd be interesting if I could just come up with a swatch and then get all my gauge and everything off the swatch and write the pattern out, and then try and knit the pattern. Yeah, so doing the pattern first and then knitting after. And at the moment it's working really well, and it's very good, because there's things that you don't think about when you're writing up the pattern that when you're actually knitting it, it comes up. And so there's been a couple of changes, but it's been pretty good at the moment. So this is Skein Meadow, and it's a new colourway called Cloud Watching, which I really like. It's a very soft grey, but it has a hint of blue purple, so sort of iris, very light iris, and a pink in there. So. And it's not like, you don't look at it and go, oh okay, it's got those colours. Like, it's not obvious straight off, but if you actually really look closely at the yarn, you can see that there's a bit of shading of those colours. So yeah, enjoying that. I actually last week got into some spring cleaning, and I got into we have like a walk-in wardrobe, and when we moved, I just sort of threw everything in there, and it's been a complete mess since we've been here. And on the weekend, last weekend, I got in there and I threw so much stuff out. It was so good. I really love just every year going through my house and just getting rid of stuff. Like, I find it really cleansing. I know there's a lot of people that like to keep things, but I'm not like that. I like to, yeah, start new and throw things out. So anyway, I actually had about 15 project bags, I'm not kidding, of works in progress. So I went through them all, and because I mean, I have so many needles, it's not funny, but I think I only had about 2 or 3 pairs of needles left in my knitting case, and that's because I had all these projects sitting in my cupboard. So I went through them all and I sort of separated them all, and I frogged pretty much all of them. The only ones that I kept were a pair of socks that I had for Paul, and I was knitting the Japan sleeves by Hohi Locatelli, and I've kept that one as well because I want to finish that. But everything else pretty much got thrown out, or not thrown out, but frogged, and I now have a full needle case, and it's great, and it just feels so good just to get rid of all those ones that were just sort of sitting there. And yes, I have told myself that I won't be casting on anything until I finish things, so I just don't want to keep adding to, you know, my whips. I just want to finish things and then start casting on. And saying that, I actually have a couple of things that I do want to cast on. One of them is the Japanese knit along, which I'm still deciding on a pattern, but hopefully next time I talk to you guys I'll have a pattern chosen. But the other thing that I really want to cast on for, but that I'm waiting until I finish some things, is Ariel, which I spoke about last time. Last time I spoke to you guys, I was talking about this pattern. It's a lovely pullover with a really nice textured pattern. It's by Brandy Velton, and when I went to Pearlwise I actually had in mind that I wanted to get yarn for this pattern, and I bought Malabrigo sock. How beautiful is that? It's just stunning. This is the Mart colorway, and it's really, really nice. So saturated. So it's sort of like a red, and it's very autumnal, red and orange, and there's a little bit of purple and green. It's sort of like everything, all different colors in there. So it's going to look fantastic in this pattern, because the variegated yarn gets split up in this lovely texture, so it'll look really nice. And the top yoke and the sleeves, they're done in reverse stockinette stitch, which also looks very nice in variegated yarn. So yes, I have the pattern ready, I have my yarn, I even have new needles that I bought. I bought some Knit Pro needles. They're also from Pearlwise. So yes, I'm all ready to go. So I can't wait. But I have to finish something first before I can cast this on. Alright, what's hot? So I've been favoriting quite a few things over the last couple of weeks. These are the ones that I want to show you. So the first one is Indigo Frost by Isabel Kramer, and this came out probably about 2 weeks ago, and it was in lots of people's queue. It's a lovely poncho with a little bit of colour work at the top. I'm pretty sure that colour work is a slip stitch from what I can remember. Yes, it is slip stitch. I love slip stitch colour work. Just it's so much easier. I mean, I love Ariel as well, but it's amazing what you can do with slip stitches and colour. But yes, did I say it was Isabel Kramer? That's who is the designer. And yeah, it's lovely. It's just a circular yoke. It's knit all in one. It's got a really nice turtleneck, and yes, I really like it. And there was somebody who actually altered the pattern a little bit, and where the poncho comes down, they have actually attached sleeves to it, which I thought would be a really nice addition. So you could sort of still move around and have sleeves rather than just being covered with a poncho. Anyway, it's one of those things that I really love the look of, but I'm not sure whether I'll knit it, but yeah. So that's that. That's Indigo Frost by Isabel Kramer. The second one that came up around the same time is Tilted Triangle by Suvi Samola. And this is it. It's a colourwork asymmetrical shawl. So colourwork as in stripes. And basically what you do is you knit this section first with the stripes, and then on the short end of the triangle you pick up stitches, and then you knit this side part in a solid. Yeah, really like it. Too many nice things to cast on. So it's quite large. It's 200 centimeters wide and 70 centimeters high. So yeah, that's quite long. But anyway, that's that. Tilted Triangle by Suvi Samola. And the last one that I want to talk about is The Love of Spiders by Melanie Berg. And this is another slip stitch pattern that came out last week, I think it was, or the beginning of this week. So it's a colour work, but again it's done with slip stitches, and the title for The Love of Spiders is actually from Charlotte's Web. This is inspired by Charlotte's Web. I love that book. And she says here, the delicate spiderweb lines are made with slip stitches, as is the two-colour section, meant to evoke Charlotte's 514 children ballooning in the wind. It's cute. So yes, it's a triangular shawl, obviously two colours, and yes, very nice. So that's for I keep saying For the Love of Spiders. The Love of Spiders by Melanie Berg. And that is that. I don't have anything else to say. Just, yeah, if you're keen to do join in on the Japanese knit along, come on over to the group and let me know. Be nice to have a few people. I know there was a few people that were interested in doing it, but yeah, like I said, I'll leave that one open and we can just sort of knit along, just take our time with it. So yes, hope you're all well, and I will see you again in 2 weeks' time, and yeah, until then, happy knitting. Bye.